Excerpt 57. Alright, after you have finished playing on the flute, you must clean it. So the first step would be disassembling and setting it in case. You can disassemble by gently twisting and making sure you're not pressing down on any of the keys. Then you can take your cleaning rod, find the eye of the needle, and take your cleaning cloth, or cheesecloth works as well, thread it through the eye till about the halfway point, loop it over so the rod is covered, and then you can use this to swab out the water from all three joints of the flute. This must be completed every time after you play the flute. Then, and you don't have to do this as frequently as swabbing out, you can use the polish cloth. And this is used on the outside of the flute, gently rubbing away the smudges or grime from your hands or lips. And then you can place the joints back into the case. One of the important things to remember is on the foot and the body joints. You do not want to pull up on the keys. You can press them down and rub in a circle or rub towards the way the key is facing. But you never want to pull up because that could bend your keys up and then they will no longer close the holes. On the thumb pad, you can rub up and not pull down. Once your flute is properly cleaned off, make sure that nothing but the flute is in the case, or if there is a spot for the cleaning rod, it can go in as well. Make sure you are not using the cloth inside of the case, as the moisture will sit. What you can do is tie it around either the outside of the case or usually the handle. B flat scale. B flat chromatic scale. Excerpt number 32. Proper embouchure of the flute. The lip plate will be resting on the lower lip. The flute is slightly tilted down towards the right hand, and the lips are drawn together from the corners in, tightening the hole so the air is not lost when you blow. For disassembly, the first thing you can do is grasp here on the body joint and here on the head joint and gently twist off the head joint. You are not pressing on the keys of the body joint, and you can place the head joint back in the case. The next step would be to grasp at the top of the body joint and the bottom of the foot joint, and you can gently pull and twist the foot joint off and place both in case and proceed with the cleaning procedure. For proper sitting posture, you will have the flute in your hands. Your hips will be slightly twisted to the right, and your face will be facing forward, arms still out to widen up the shoulders and the chest area, and neck not craned towards the flute, but the flute brought up towards the face. Proper posture for standing with the flute will be shoulders up and pulled back, back straight, neck not craned towards the flute, and arms reaching away from the body to gently rest the flute on the lips. Your torso is slightly tilted towards the right, and your face is facing forward. I am going to explain how to properly assemble a flute. The first thing you're going to want to do is grab the head joint and the body joint from the case, being careful not to press on any of the keys on the body joint. Next, you're going to want to slot in the head joint to the body joint. You can do this by gently pushing and twisting into place. If it is a Yamaha, the symbol on the head joint will line up with the arrow on the body joint. If not, you can line up the embouchure hole with the pads of the fingers, so they are perfectly in line. Next, you're going to want to grab the foot joint from the case, careful not to push on the keys, and you're going to slot that into place by gently pushing and turning to the body joint. Once again, not pressing on the keys. If it is a Yamaha or some other models of flutes, there will be two arrows that line up. If not, you're going to want to line up the lower rod to the pinky key here. So those two should be in line. And that is how to properly assemble a flute. Properly holding the flute, you're going to want to put your left hand pointer finger on the second keypad, the fourth keypad, and the fifth keypad. Your pinky will go on this lever here. On the back, there is a thumb pad that your thumb will rest on here. For the left hand, it is the last three keys on the body joint and the pinky key right here or here. Your hand should be a nice C shape. It is comfortable and easy to manage, and these are two of your points of contact, the third being your lips on the lip plate.